We are live on LinkedIn, and later this video will be on YouTube. And today the topic is, are you looking for a C++ job? Okay, that's the reason I went live. And I know there's a lot of people which, in the tech industry have become available again and have the opportunity to look for a new job, to say that in a positive way. And Meeting C++ has now for 2 years I have been organizing an event for this, and next week we have the next event, the Meeting C++ Online Job Fair, which is what I want to talk to you about, and also the CV sharing form, where right now you can submit to up to 10 employers your resume or CV to see if they're interested in giving you an interview and maybe a job even. So let me first talk about next week's event, because I think that's probably the most interesting to you right now. When you're able to join this event next week, then you would be able to talk to some of those companies. And let me talk about this a little bit. Also, if you have any questions in the chat, I'll be, of course, looking every now and then, and then I'll be able to answer those questions. But first, let's have a look at the event next week and what Meeting C++ is doing here. So this is a picture of the job fair from 2 years ago, and this time we're having 6 companies. 4 of them are sponsors at the job fair. Should mention that ImageD is technically not on the online event. They're just in the forum, which I'm going to talk in a minute about. But Quasar, DaVinci, Lade GmbH, and Icarus Security Software GmbH, and Latinus Medical Systems will be at the online event, and you will be able to have a conversation about what they do with C++ with them for 3 hours each. If I scroll up, you can see here are the links to the meetup event. Jobfair.meetingcpp.com is how you get on this page. Right now, there are 4 companies which are attending as sponsors, and in total we have 5 companies which will be at the event, which you can actually meet and have a conversation with, and 6 companies which have a registered interest for this event right now. These are the pages and the events on LinkedIn. Not on LinkedIn, on Meetup. Meetup is, Meeting C++ Online is my user group for online events. You can join that. We are also having on next week, Thursday, the current Qt maintainer as a guest, and in the following week on Monday, we have Rainer Grimm as a guest speaking on concurrency. So there are interesting online events in this group. And so this is the one component I wanted to talk about, is we have the job fair next week, which if employers are still interested to join, that is possible. Just let me quickly say that. But today I'm mostly talking to, if you're actually looking for a job, not if you're offering an open position. So the other option I have for you is the CV sharing form, which currently holds 10 companies where you can select to send your CV to, okay? So cvupload.meetingcpp.com will get you to that site. Should be in the video description, to those 2 links, jobfair.meetingcpp.com and cvupload.meetingcpp.com. And so 10 companies as of today, they are ImageD, Servomex, King, KDAP, Native Instruments, Zülke, Ambition, Quasar, DaVinci, and Lade Genius. This is a wide range of companies which are, from the gaming to the financial world to audio, and in between there's embedded. There's companies which are remote first, and there's companies which are offering international or different relocation options. And so there's a little bit for everyone. And this is kind of the first step of this form, where you can select, a little bit of what you know about C++, where have you worked, and also someone had a a question about the relocation and the remote option today. This is basically either how far do you want to move for a new job, or how far in the time zone are you willing to do a remote job? Like, if you're doing internationally remote, are you willing to stand up at midnight for your client and go at 8 a.m. into bed because that's their work day? And maybe you're more flexible in that, but yeah, are you more like looking for remote work in your country, or on your continent, or internationally? Which doesn't mean that you have to work from midnight to 8 a.m. It's just an extreme example of what this could mean. And so this form then in the next, when you go here on continue to share your CV, that's basically what you do then. You add the CV and you select which employers you want this CV to be shared with. So whatever you upload here is not automatically shared with those companies. You still have to select that. And I think that's important because this is not like, I want this to be focused on like that it fits for both sides, that the companies are not just, having like 100 candidates to look on and pick the best fitting ones, but that actually the companies get candidates which have been selecting the company and are interested in that company. That's the thought behind that. And that's basically it. If you're looking for a job, send out this form and you will be able right now to contact 10 companies. And another thing which I've been giving some talks and writing blog posts about is this form also over all the other candidates sending this gives us an aggregate. And when I look at the blog post here, we can see like this is the aggregate of last year. This is like what the candidates knew about their C++ skills and their fields of works, which have been attracted by the job fair. And just quick mention that also has like a lot of influence which companies show up. Like when we have a finance company, we have more people from finance, and especially when we have a gaming company, then we have a little bit more game developers showing up. So take those graphs with a bit of salt. And that's basically it. Let me see if there's any questions. I see there's a question. Let me add the question to the screen. Is there a job position for connecting embedded systems to self-driving cars? I don't know the positions of the companies, so maybe is the answer I can give you. But let me go back into here, into those. So looking at the logos here, Ambition is connected or owned by Daimler. So they are technically working on similar systems, and they might be working on automated driving or something like that. I don't know. You have to talk to them. And otherwise, there's some companies which are doing embedded work in here, but I don't know if they're actually doing embedded work in automotive and if that's connected to that topic. I do not know that. But it's a good question. Then, thank you for listening.